Hi there and welcome. My name's Chris Cann with Mining Journal and we're at Mining Journal Select. With me I have Brad George, who's Chief Executive of Orosur Mining. Good to have you with us, Brad. Last time we caught up, we talked about ANSA in Colombia, the flagship gold project there in JV with Agnico Eagle. Had some exciting stuff and then a few delays on progress there. Things are moving forward, as I understand. Can you give us an update on what shareholders should be expecting going forward?
It's actually both Newmont and Agnico. So that JV was formed with Newmont in 2018, and then Agnico joined in 2020. They spent $14 million on the project. But middle of last year, for largely commercial reasons, they both decided to leave Colombia. I mean, both companies, they are now far larger than they were due to mega mergers and things, and Colombia didn't quite make the grade. So for the last year, we've been negotiating what the exit would look like. Now, we could have just diluted them over time, but we wanted the project back because of some of the amazing numbers we got. So we spent the last 12 months negotiating the terms of that return to us of 100%. And we are, fingers crossed, at the last hurdle now. We've agreed terms. We'll buy the project back for deferred consideration, and we're just getting the regulatory approval now. So it's an exciting time for us to go from being a passive passenger to actually, again, being in charge of our own destiny. So we're looking forward to that.
Sure, and you talked about some of the numbers that were really impressive. I remember the announcements. I can't remember the exact numbers. Can you give us a bit of a refresher on some of the highlights?
There was one historical prospect called Aptar, which has been drilled since 2012. There are some numbers there. Look at the website that are 50 metres at 10 grams sort of numbers. That's probably close to being a resource should we choose to do that. Agnico and Newmont didn't, it's just too small for them, but we can do that. What's of most interest, however, is the Pepas prospect to the north of the project area. This was the first prospect examined post-COVID and being able to travel. The first hole there returned 150 metres at 3 grams from surface, which was surprising, a good surprise. A couple of holes backed that up, and then that was when the company, or Agnico and Eagle, began to think about leaving. So that's been left there for us to come in and define the dip, the plunge, the strike, and then move to resource. So that would be our first cab off the rank. That's a walk-up drill target for us. So we've got everything in place. Drill rigs are organised, labs are organised, permits are organised. We're just waiting for the ink to dry, and we'll be in there immediately.
So if I can tempt you to predict a little bit of timing, I know that's very, very difficult with these things.
I'll be careful. I did say I want to be drilling in May, and that didn't happen. We unexpectedly ran into an issue requiring regulatory approval in Canada, which we didn't anticipate. So again, we've knocked over some of those issues, 1 or 2 more to go. We would hope the next couple of weeks, but we have to sort of follow the rules. Mm-hmm. And but yes, everything's in place, and we will start the moment we're allowed to.
Okay, and what does the program look like speculatively?
It'll be a small program. The idea being we need to verify the previous holes and then understand the orientation of this thing, which is just key basic geology. And should those come back positively, a small program, 800 metres, just some 5 short holes. If those come back quickly, then we'll just keep going. So really, it's a small program to start. But if it's positive, it just grows.
Okay, and this is your first Mining Journal Select. Any key takeaways from the content program so far, or just conversations you've had on the sidelines?
Well, yeah, high level of interest. I think we were at PDAC in the beginning of March this year, gloom and doom. And then it's amazing how fast the worm turns. Suddenly a month later, gold is everyone's lips. So it's nice to be popular, albeit after a few years. So I think as a junior, it's always hard, but we've got a very good project, and importantly, we've got some very juicy short-term catalysts, which is what the market needs.
Brad George, thanks very much for your time.
Chris, pleasure.